So I used to think that LinkedIn was some really boring version of social media where the main use was to add people you didn't want to be adding on your other social media platforms. But in fact, it's much more than that. After fine-tuning the way I use LinkedIn, I started to get interviews at places such as PwC, Goldman Sachs, Bank of England, but more importantly, for half the jobs that I've ever had interviews for, I've either utilized LinkedIn for them myself or had people via LinkedIn reach out to me. And by doing the things that I'll show you in this video, you too can utilize LinkedIn better to get you those high-paying jobs. Now, I want to start by letting you know one thing, and that's HR right now are actively searching on LinkedIn to hire people. So what I'm about to cover in this video, don't contemplate about it. Make the changes on your LinkedIn profile right after it's finished, because otherwise you will be missing out on a lot of opportunities if you delay these changes. You see, when HR get told by the hiring manager to search for candidates, they get told to look out for key things. They then make this into a job spec, and it just then comes down to you standing out to HR for them to find out these key specs in people, and the evidence is there where having a great LinkedIn profile will help you get noticed. And there's 5 key areas you want to make sure your LinkedIn profile has to achieve this. Whether you like this or not, LinkedIn is a form of social media, and an extension to that is that there is an algorithm to work with. The more you interact with LinkedIn, the more LinkedIn will promote you, and the more LinkedIn promotes you, the more you will appear in front of other people. And understanding this is important. If you only take one thing away from this video, is that no change will be noticed if LinkedIn doesn't want to promote you. Sure, your friends might see a certificate you've added onto your profile, but I'm talking about standing out in front of people who actually hire you for jobs. I'm talking about the decision makers. Now look, if you're saying I'm not a social media person, I'm on a detox, it's bad for me, I get it. I'm of the exact same thinking, so I don't blame you at all. I agree with you, but this is about your job. This is about getting high-paying careers. This is about having as many options as possible and not feeling like you're going to be stuck in your current job forever. So get involved with LinkedIn. Make sure you comment where people have job changes, interact with posts which you agree with, and start sharing your own ideas. This can include information about the industry, information about your career development, information about your company, information you've seen other people perhaps say and you just want to share it on. The more you do this, the more LinkedIn will see you as someone important on their platform, leading to LinkedIn promoting your own profile and all the activities that you do. And so this is step 1 of supercharging your LinkedIn profile. Embrace it. Now you've understood the importance of interacting with LinkedIn, the next step is to understand that this marketplace, this platform, this recruitment hub needs to know who you are. It's all nice sharing your views, liking posts, but if people don't see you, then they won't ever really know who you are. And remember, we're trying to build your presence beyond just your immediate friends or work colleagues. I want your profile to go global so that you can have as many options as possible. Now, there's only a few things I want you to remember when creating your LinkedIn profile photo. Now, you generally want to be having a forward-looking headshot photo. I have seen a few people have photos of them delivering a speech at a conference, and that's good. I don't necessarily have anything against that. But usually in these types of photos, you tend to have a person who's standing quite distant from the camera, and so you can't ever really see them clearly in them. And that's why for most people, I recommend having a forward-facing headshot. Also, have a plain background. So if you have to go on a background removal tool to get rid of something in the background, then do that first. And lastly, add a plain color as your background, such as white, blue, or black, and that's it. That's your LinkedIn profile photo sorted. If you're liking these tips so far, then make sure you hit that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe so that you can see more videos of how you can excel in your career. Step 3 is about someone being able to understand what your professional qualities are in less than 30 seconds, and that is all captured in your About section. Here you want to be giving a general overview of your professional capabilities, and a side point to this is to make sure that the photo you use should complement the description. So if you're talking about working in some corporate career, but the photo you use is of one of you at a party, it's going to be very hard for me to imagine you in that corporate job. Importantly, this section should be brief, and the best way to capture what you need here is to go and look up job profiles that you're actually interested in, then type some of the sentences that you find in those job profiles into a word cloud generator. From the word cloud generator, take some of the common words that you find and use them in your profile. HR actively scan for these types of words, and so if you have them in your profile, you will massively increase your chances of being contacted. By the way, any websites I utilize to help create the perfect LinkedIn profile, I'm going to be putting them in the description box below so you can easily set up your own profile. So you want the best jobs out there, but maybe no one is contacting you. The LinkedIn algorithm has you covered here. All you actually have to do is actively start searching for the jobs on LinkedIn, and then after a few days, LinkedIn will send you emails around 3 times a week of the jobs which are similar in seniority, position and salary to the ones that you've been checking out. So whenever you do find a job you like on LinkedIn, make sure you stay on that page for a little longer so that LinkedIn knows that this is definitely the type of job that you want to have. Page duration is an important factor the algorithm takes into account when understanding what you're interested in. A few clicks and views of the jobs you like will let AI have enough information. Then you just have to sit back and look out for those LinkedIn emails suggesting the jobs for you. Now, step 5, you'll be glad to know, is the easiest out of all of these points, and it's just the finishing touch on your LinkedIn profile, and that is to have a custom URL. So by making sure you have a custom URL, it gives your profile that professional look. It makes you look organized, serious about your professional life, and will look great when you put it on your resume. Now, all of these changes are going to get you a lot more positive interactions when people go on your profile. I've used them for a while now, and I'm still surprised at how I proactively get interviews from companies just by doing these simple changes. Now, once you get into that interview room though, there's going to be one question that you're guaranteed to get asked. I've made a video about how to answer that specific question, which I'm going to link right next to me. So go check that out, and I'll see you all in the next video.